It's December 9th, 2017, and here's our first snow of the season. Our first significant snowfall. They're calling for 2 to 4 inches. I thought I'd show you this. Before I can do anything, I gotta clean my car off. Well, there it is. A bit cleaner now. I hope it's clean enough because I can't do anymore. It better be clean enough. But of course, snow's still coming down. A winter wonderland. But it's not winter yet. Nope, winter's not for another week and a half. So I guess one might call this a preview of winter here in the mid-Atlantic. It appears as if the snow is simmering down a bit as we again enter Glenarm, a former Baltimore Area locality, station over there. It's hard to believe this place once had trains. The station empty now, not being used. It was last used as a pizza shop, but closed about 5 years ago. I think they were too expensive. Maybe it was good pizza, who knows? There might be snow here, but you folks in Southern California are dealing with the opposite. Fire. Don't know what's worse. And up here is Baldwin, another ex-mom and pa locality. The station would have been to the left, the next left, but I'm going right. I'm heading east, that way. Fork Road. But as they say, through rain, snow, sleet, or hail, U.S. mail. Hope I got that right. Getting boring right now. Well, a real boring. Again, moving. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll turn. Eventually. So here's what it's like living out here. How you get your mail. I got rid of him. All right. And now approaching the former Hartford Turnpike. Now Hartford Road. Route 147. It ceased being a turnpike in 1909 and was free after that. How about that? Now past the intersection. Once upon a time it looked like this behind me. Looking back towards Hartford Road. All the roads were dirt back then. Even the turnpike. Glad that's been fixed since then. And now approaching US 1, which I've told you about many times and taken you over. North to the left, south to the right. But despite the snow, at least the roads are clear. No bad spots so far. Not really slippery or anything. But I bet it's a big difference from Southern California. And now heading east on the original route to Philadelphia. Not the original, but one of the routes. Philadelphia Road, appropriately enough. I believe at one time there were up to 5 different routes to Philadelphia from Baltimore. And at one time or another, I've shown you all of them. 5 different routes from Baltimore to Philly. I'm glad they finally settled on one of them. They got to settle on something sooner or later. Yep, there's the route that they settled on, I-95. Yep, that's their route these days. But there were 4 before that. And now south on Clayton Road. And approaching CSX. Let's see what's happening, if anything. Now by the tracks. With a distant deer. Come on, do something. All right. Oh, there he goes. Nothing runs like a deer. Hey, look who's back. See you later. One more. Maybe they're in cahoots. Yep, nothing runs like one of those. A deer in the snow. Instead of headlights. Alright, you guys, behave yourselves. Any more? No. I thought I'd stop back there and get some wildlife. I can't wait for a train because we're losing light. The road at one time ran that way before we routed this way in the early 1960s. And now west on US 40. The road that I turned 1 year old on. How about that? I just can't keep away. A bit further down the road and a bit darker. Still snowing though. It was supposed to stop by this time, but it's still going. And over there someplace was the house, our turned 1 year old, as I keep showing you. Now there are dumpsters there. As I keep saying here in White Marsh, which I guess makes me a former white Martian. Oops, I've worn that one out, haven't I? But now once again on I-95, which is our version of I-5 on the West Coast. And now back on surface streets, though I thought all streets have surfaces these days. And back in the hood. Somebody took my space. Forced me to park across the street. Not a lot of courtesy here. Other than that, not too bad. Alright, come on.
Okay, I am.
Folks in this hood park in an oddball way and leave oddball spaces. If he'd have parked just a few feet further up, just maybe another foot maybe, and that's it, I could have parked in my space. On a public road, these spaces are unassigned. just like the commuter trains. Alright, enough of my complaining. Let's go in and get this thing ready, get this video ready. Hope you enjoyed the first significant snow in the Mid-Atlantic. I did. Well, you've seen the first snow of the season. Here's the second. Just started about an hour ago. Hopefully clean the car off easy. It shouldn't be stuck on there. Okay, hope these wipers work. Decent. The snow really didn't stick yet. Guess I'll try and grab some snow scenes. Up here, this road becomes a country road for about 500 feet, and that's it. Right here at the curve. And up ahead there where those apartments are, through the trees, there was a horse track there at one time. A horse oval or something where horses raced or ran around. The old aerial views show it from back in the 50s. Of course, long gone. There's quite a bit more snow now than there was last Saturday when it snowed. A bit more on the road. Now beyond suburbia, by the Montauk grade up there. One thing's been up there since 1958. A trestle here at one time. One abutment still left. Let's see. How did that used to look when it existed? I guess that's how. I guess I'll bear to the right here. Quite a bit of snow on this road. And finally getting traction. But I'm turning right here and cutting off. We're losing tailgater that way too. I'm being tailgated. Of all days to be doing that. I was struggling up the last grade. Now they're struggling up this grade. At the top finally. The traffic on the interstate is going slower. Everybody wants to merge at the same time. Come on. I'll let you in. All at the same time. Did I ever luck out today? Traffic is for sure moving slower. I guess that's understandable. For now. But apparently, that stuff is sticking, even to the road. Don't know if the roads got treated yet. I'm now back in the city, passing beneath Northern Parkway. A lot of snow in my lane. But I gotta be here because I'm turning right eventually. Oh, what a fun drive this is. For the most part. kick up that snow. At least now my lane's clear. I can get through. I'm turning right up there anyway. Well, one more snow ride. Hope you enjoyed this one. I bet there'll be more to come. And now about 6:15 in the evening, the snow has stopped. But despite this snow and the cold night, it's supposed to be almost 60 degrees in a few days, believe it or not. Still some light there in the sky, but I'm sure it'll be totally dark pretty soon. At least my car, everything melted off. I'm gonna put the heat on, didn't have to dust the windows off or anything. Alright, I better get back in.